I know that you know about the benefits of time in the bread making process. It literally makes our bread better in almost every single aspect. And you can make a Bega or a Polish or a Levain ahead of time if you want to, but what if there was a way to get all the benefits of time without actually taking more time? Roll it! Hey home bakers, one time I worked in a Californian bistro. Yeah, where I cranked out around 75 gourmet burger buns every single day. And carrying over a small piece of dough from one batch to the next made them better every single time. Do this one thing each and every time you bake, and the benefits you reap will be built upon this time and the next time and the next. Cut to the table. Make your straight yeasted bread dough like normal. Yeast, water, flour, salt, olive oil if you like, and mix them up. This could be any yeasted bread dough recipe, but the one I'm doing is the same as the simple sandwich loaf in my book, Bread Every Day. Knead it well for 8 minutes with 0 flour, you know the deal, and set it aside for the first puff. Now, once it's puffed, what you're going to do is keep a little piece of it for next time. Let me show you. I'm making some rolls to best illustrate this point I am trying to make, so I'll divide mine into 10 pieces, around 85 grams each or so, and roll them into balls. Take one of the balls and pop it in a box like this, lid on, and stash it in the fridge. That leaves me with 9 in this batch, which fit really nicely onto a tray, so finish shaping however you like and line them up all nice. I dipped mine in some semolina, nothing fancy, a pre-puff slash, and I'll puff them up and bake as normal. Job done. Lovely, innit? Never gets old. Now the next time you make bread, here's what you're going to do. Make your dough once again like normal. Yeast, water, flour and salt. Now retrieve your old piece of dough from the last time that you baked. More on this later. I will predict the questions that you probably have in your mind and answer them all at the end. Upon opening the box, have a smell of the contents. Your dough ball will have matured nicely, making amazing flavour all by itself. There is nothing that we can do as simple human beings that replicate the effect that time has on your dough. Nothing. You'll notice too that the structure has changed. It's longer, stretchier, stronger, and all these characteristics will be carried forward into your new dough when you add this piece to your bowl. So add it. Mix it in, knead it well once again for 8 minutes with 0 flour and set aside for its first puff. Once again, I'm making rolls here to show you the principle. This time around I've got extra dough, so I'll divide it into 11 instead of 10. Roll up your pieces into balls and guess what? Yeah, pop one in a box for next time. Lid on and tuck it amongst your fridge contents like before. Now that you have 10 rolls left, you're beginning to wonder how on earth that can be presented on a tray in an appealing way, and if they're round, that would be easy, but they're not. So suck it up, because it's not as pleasing as the first time round. Apologies. Puff them up and bake them as normal. These rolls, the second batch, will be more flavoursome with a much more pleasing texture, and we're coming back to that old piece of dough in a minute, like I mentioned earlier. The incredible technology we have these days that allows me to share this thought with you wherever you are on the planet still falls short in communicating the flavour and smell of fresh, delicious bread. At least it does now at the time of filming. But let me tell you this, doing this each and every time you bake has a cumulative effect on all the desirable qualities of your bread. It makes crusts crustier, it makes crumbs tastier, moister, it makes bursts burstier. Here, granted, I'm just making some rolls with a little bit of semolina and a pre-puff slash, but imagine if you're cranking out baguettes, for example, week after week. Or if you're making a whole loaf each time, save a piece of it, 100 grams or 200 grams. Your first loaf will be smaller than the rest, but if you keep doing this process, the next one will be the right size with a little piece left over for next time. And they'll be lighter and tastier than ever. Your cold piece of dough will be safe in the fridge for 2, 4, even 7 days. So if you're baking once a week or more, well then you're good to go. And if you're not that regular, don't fret, you're in the club too. Pop it in the freezer. Freeze it down and take it out, put it in the fridge a couple of days before you're about to make your next batch to defrost. This is one of those things that is so easy, it's almost ridiculous, but the results will be so evident I promise. Thank you to all patrons. Thanks to all subscribers. Thank you for simply being here. Thanks for super thanks droppers. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon for another one. See ya.